maybe we should just get into this. So I got a couple devices here. Going to compare them to the Analog Pocket. So I got this box in the mail last week, and I've decided not to open it until now. And let's go ahead and see what's inside. This is an Analog Pocket.
It's gonna be sweet. I love my analog devices.
And got all right. Well, I don't have any like come on, some glare here. I don't have a razor or anything. I'll just have to use my fingernails to break this. Now, I was just looking on eBay before this, and it looks like I could probably sell this for $850 to $900.
Yes, you're gonna lose $300 or $400 in value just by breaking that seal there.
Indigo. So this is, it's not just a normal pocket, it's got the aluminum shell on it instead of plastic.
I have the peasant version right here.
Oh, yeah, you've got it. Okay.
Take a lot of inspiration from Apple packaging, you can tell. Oh, there it is. Look how sexy.
All right. Got a little heft to it.
Yeah, on Reddit people were saying that it weighs substantially more.
I was about to
than the
say,
regular.
comparing it to like, I've held yours before, and this does feel like it's much heavier.
It looks like there's a lot less bezel than there is on
Oh
mine.
yeah, is the screen bigger?
Might be.
Although, if you look here, I guess maybe I could just try. Can you turn these on out of the box? Do they pre-charge them at all?
You should be able to.
So I've got your.
You should put the.
I've got your EverDrive right here.
Okay.
Maybe I'll pop that in. Let's see, where's the power button? This
It's
one
on the left.
right here.
Yeah.
So it looks like there is the bezel here, but it's
like black.
black.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess you didn't put in the SD card, did you?
No, should I turn it off and put the SD card in?
Well, you can launch it with this right now.
Do I want to look? Do I want to start this tutorial?
Nah.
Skip tutorial. Come on, stay focused here.
Screen is nice and bright. That's one thing that's really nice about the
You
Pocket.
can't see this, but there is. Let's see. There's just the legal notice.
Yeah, the EULA.
Do I have to update it now? Because you can do it from your card, right? It's.
Yeah. Is it gonna make you do it?
Oh, there we go. All right, looks like I can just play the cartridge here.
Yeah, I don't think I have a ton of games on there.
Game Boy games, custom Game Boy games, Game Boy Color, Top 100 Nintendo, Game Boy and Game Boy Color.
Yeah, do that.
What game should I boot up to try this out?
Number 1, Cat Trap is awesome.
I actually don't know anything about Cat Trap.
Well,
how come I've never heard of Cat Trap?
It's a little bit niche, but it's fun.
Bat error.
Battery error?
It says fat error.
Oh, do you know what? The the Analog Pocket is kind of weird with EverDrives. I wouldn't put it in the SD card. It's gonna be better.
Hold on, I've got a couple other games here. I've grabbed a couple physical games. I've got Dragon Warrior Monsters, or Tetris. We just pop in one of those. Which one should I do?
Yeah, put in the color, the one that at least has some color enabled.
A cartridge. Well, what I should do actually is I was going to try to compare like screens, because right here I have another fancy Game Boy. This right here is a Game Boy Advance.
Which is also really cool.
It's got I got a metal case on it.
Yeah, you swapped out the case and the screen.
Put a new screen on it. It's got metal buttons and stuff. So this is, and it is an original Game Boy Advance. In fact, I have my my actual sticker that came with my original one. So, and I got an EverDrive in here. So maybe I will boot this up. We can maybe kind of compare the screens. This is a Game Boy. Wait, Dragon Warrior Monsters is it's not Game Boy Color, right? It's
well, it's a Game Boy cartridge, but it's like color enabled. You didn't need to play it on a Game Boy Color, but if you put it in a Game Boy Color, it would have color and have some additional.
Seeing if I have that around here somewhere.
Functionality.
Would it be in my Game Boy Color? Let's see. Dragon Warrior Monsters. Right here. I'll get it checked. Although it does, this one has like a little border on it, since this is technically a Game Boy Advance, so it has a widescreen. This has a widescreen, and this actually does.
Yeah, so on the Pocket, it'll if you play Game Boy Advance games, it puts little letterbox.
Okay.
On the top and the bottom.
So here we have the exact same.
So at least over the camera, it looks like the Pocket is a little bit white, more like brighter white. Does that look the same to you?
Yeah.
You don't get the enhanced border like you do.
Do you like that enhanced border? You think that's pretty cool?
Well, it's better than just black bars, I guess, because you don't have the right aspect ratio. I think given the choice, playing in the original aspect ratio might be a little bit better. So it's a trade-off, right?
Yeah.
Game Boy Advance games might look better on your original hardware, where Game Boy Color and original Game Boy games might look better on your Pocket. Or anything that was originally in 4x3 might look better on your Pocket.
Okay. And then I have a third option here. This is my Miyoo Mini Plus. So this is just an emulation machine. No cartridges at all. So, and I actually have a custom OS on this. It's Onion. So maybe I'll try to bring up this same game here.
These are pretty reasonable in price too, aren't they? Like less than $100.
Yeah, this is like $70.
Yeah, so it's like.
Oh, you can see what I was. Look what I was playing before. Right?
Oh, nice! Yeah, I have that cartridge right here.
Oh. Blaster Master. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. I have a little here. I'll try to find it. Game. Let's go into Game Boy Color, I guess. We want to go to Dragon Warrior monsters right here.
Okay.
I should turn down the volume on these things so we don't. Okay, there we go. We got them all on the same here.
All on the same screen.
Let's compare these two. These ones look similar.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to tell a difference over the webcam anyway. The screen is obviously smaller on the right there.
This is much heftier than this. Much heavier.
What about form factor? Like playing a game, would you prefer like the longer
These
original
all
game?
kind of have similar form factors. When this is, oh, are you talking about the screen?
No, like which one? Like the Miyoo Mini is obviously going to be like a little bit less space for your hands, but
Yes.
does that matter?
Not too much. I think. Let's see. Hold it here. There actually has kind of a very similar setup. I'm not sure if you can see this. Miyoo Mini actually has 4 buttons here on the back.
Yeah, L1 and L2.
Yeah. And then the Pocket only has
the
2.
regular,
Yeah, the regular
Gameboy
ones.
shoulders.
Yeah. Obviously this feels much more premium. I would say this is more portable, but I think just like sitting here looking at the screens, the Pocket screen does look a little bit better.
Well, one of the things that you might want to test is maybe refresh rate could be better on the Pocket. I don't know for sure. So like maybe things in motion might look a little bit better.
What happened here? Did it go into sleep?
Did the original Game Boy Advance go to sleep? I can't remember.
I don't know. It just turned off though. But if the LED light's still on.
Oh.
That was weird. Okay, well, maybe we can pull these out again later. Let's do a little bit more stuff with the Pocket here. Turn these off.
Are you gonna update the firmware?
I should, but these should have like the most recent firmware on them because they came out last week.
Yeah, I'm sure. It probably does.
I got an original SP case for my SP.
Yeah.
And then for my Miyoo, I have just a hard drive, like just a case that was for a hard drive. Put that in there. And I actually picked up a little case for the Pocket. Maybe I should.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if I can pull it out.
I have mine down here.
You pull out your case and maybe we can compare our cases.
My case is pretty basic. I've had this same case for a long time.
I did some research and tried to find the best case. And people said this was the best, but it wasn't that cheap though.
Did you get a screen protector for it too?
Oh no, I didn't. I probably should, huh? Like one of those glass ones.
Yeah, you don't have to. I bought the one that just came from Analogue, but you don't have to do that. You can just go on Amazon and get a cheap screen protector. Oh, that looks nice.
It's heavy. It's pretty. It's like a nice and well made here. Let's see.
So does you unzip it there and it just goes in the pocket there?
No, so this is just storage. See this?
Oh, okay, it goes in the top there.
Just to sleep for now, I guess.
Nice.
Oh, you see that?
Oh, it's metal or magnet.
Yeah, magnetic. At the top,
Nice.
so it seals it up.
Then you could stick some cartridges in there.
Yeah, maybe a quart or two.
That is nice. I might have to get the link from where you bought that.
Yeah, like I said, it's super nice. People love them, but they're not cheap. It's $50.
That is really nice.
But it's super premium. Like the stitching and everything was on it is nice. I figured if I was getting a premium handheld, I should get the best case, so that's what I did.
Very cool.
All right, well, let's put this SD card in and see what happens. Where's the SD card slot? Is it
On the right.
Is it right there?
Yep, that's it.
Take some plastic off. Off to the side.
Now this is going to load some cores and things on there too.
So before, I guess I didn't see. It's quit game. Do I need to? Should I just restart it?
Yeah, restart it. So like power it all the way off. Just hold the power button until it turns off. Yeah. And power it back on, and it should. I'm guessing. I don't know if it's gonna update or not. Looks like it will. Usually take a couple minutes to update.
Well, let's see what else is in this box while this updates. It's just a charging cord, probably, huh?
USB-C charging cord.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. Yeah, just the charging cord. What's this?
Probably a little manual thing or a quick start thing.
Stickers?
Yeah.
Did you get stickers?
Yeah, I'm sure I have those. I didn't use them though. Maybe I should put it on my Xtron or something.
So I was looking. Look at this. It says FPGA right here, right? But I pulled it out like this. Teabag.
That is pretty funny. Teabag.
Oh man, we'll have to put that on as like a YouTube short or something.
Yeah.
Teabag. Well, pretty cool. So now that I've got this and you've got your thing, we're actually going to a retro game convention here in a couple weeks. Maybe I'll be looking for some more handheld cartridges and stuff like that.
Well, and I have all of our cartridges here. That most of them are ours, so you can take some of them.
Okay. I mean, maybe I can borrow some or not, but you've let me borrow this, but that doesn't seem to work too well in the Analogue.
Not right now. There's a little workaround that is, I think it works better with the new Analogue pockets for some reason. The older Analogue, so I always had kind of a problem getting it going on mine. Hopefully, it works better with yours. But you plan on just using that EverDrive with your Super Game Boy, right?
Yes, that's the reason I got it. To try to do video capture and stuff on that. But now that I have this, I don't know, it might be better to do the video capture just on this. But I would need to get
Well,
a
it'll
dock.
it'll be really easy when you get a dock. So what is it, like 57% or something? 60.
I pulled out my Game Boy Color here so you can kind of see a.
You have the Indigo Game Boy Color.
I do. You can see it's much bigger.
Now you didn't. Oh, it has an IR sensor at the top. I forgot.
Yeah. You could trade Pokemans that way. That's how you could catch them all.
Uh,
We never really got into Pokemon, so. Oh, looks like it's
we were
updated.
like 2 years too old for Pokemon.
Skip tutorial. Have to do this again. What's new in 2.2? Set the date and time.
Oh yeah, it's got an internal clock, which is actually important for some games, some especially specifically Pokemon games.
All right. It is 10. We'll get it right on with my clock. That it becomes 10:15 in 10 seconds. And now.
Boom.
Okay, let's see what you got on here. So I can go.
So go to Open FPGA and go to console or handheld. So these are all the console cores that I've loaded.
Okay.
And if you go to handheld, you can see the handheld cores.
Yep.
Why don't we try go to Game Boy Color and go to, run that core. I
Game.
can't see what it says.
That game.
Oh, that's weird.
I didn't.
This is this is my retro side game.
Oh, cool. Let's see. Quit. Open
Uh,
FPGA handheld.
did it not
Game
give
Boy
you a
Color.
okay?
Run.
If you go to run and then go back, maybe it's in the wrong directory. There should be like a common directory with all the ROMs. All right, what do you see there? Do you see the like ROM hacks? All
Yeah.
right,
DX ROM
go,
hacks.
yeah, go into the DX ROM hacks and pull up Wario or Mario Land 2.
Super Mario Land 2. 6 golden
So
coins.
I've already patched this ROM.
Looks good.
Yeah. Do this hold. So I can't remember if this core uh, does saves, but you can hit the analog button there and then hit down. Oh no! So wait, back out of this. Go back to the game. Is it analog and like just hold down while you hold the analog button? Does it change? And then hit left and right. Does it change the screen settings? There you go. So you can see the different screen modes. There should be a Trinitron mode, which is the one that I usually like to play on because it imitates the scan lines.
Game Boy Color LCD. Reflective color. Original Game Boy.
Maybe there's
Grayscale. CRT Trinitron, but it's little.
oh, it's little. Maybe I didn't do that one for this one.
No, this is normal. Though there was this
I think I
Original.
probably did one of the like the Game Boy Color LCDs.
Yeah, I think I like this original Game Boy Color LCD. That's what this one is.
Yeah, should look pretty good. Um, see if you hit the
Look, there's your save in there.
oh yep, and it's completed. So if you wanted to beat the game, you could go in there.
Or I could clear it.
Yep.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'd rather have your save there. Very cool. I am using teabag.
Teabag power. It's a dual teabag power. There's two teabags in this.
Yeah.
Um, pull up maybe
Should I
one of
quit?
the other do the Super Nintendo one.
So
And then there should be some ROM hacks that I put in there too.
the Chicanery, Dragon Quest 3.
Do the Dragon Quest because that's the I had to patch that ROM. It's an English translation for the Super Nintendo version of Dragon Quest, which was never localized.
So it's just fan
In
translated.
yeah, and so you can see it's got a little splash screen for the fan translation, but it looks really good on a CRT, and I think it looks really good on this.
Have you been playing it at all? Aren't there?
Oh,
I saw somewhere that they're remaking this game, correct?
yeah, they're doing it in the HD 2D style.
Kind of like what they did with the Final Fantasy games.
Can you change screen modes on this?
So I would have
It,
to. I
it,
hit.
it's, it's, it's dependent on the core. This core might not support it.
CRT Trinitron.
Yeah,
It doesn't quite use the whole screen.
yeah, but most of it this time. You might have like a really limited save in there of mine that it's probably just the very beginning.
Clar. See Clar.
Yep, there it is.
Pretty sweet. Well, I think now that I look at it now, I'm probably gonna have to get a dock, huh?
Well, it'll be nice for video capture, but I mean not necessary.
The finish on this is pretty dang sweet. It's got a matte. It's matte. It's
Yeah.
not glossy.
Well,
It feels pretty.
I always am a sucker for metal things. So
Pretty sweet. Well, do you want to play something tonight, or do you want to keep on looking through this?
I mean, it's up to you. It looks like everything transferred over seamlessly with my.
So it's pretty much just this is exactly how yours is set up right now.
Yep. So you could pull up all the Blaster Master ROM hacks that I was playing around with. Why don't you try one of those?
Let's see. Do you have the ROM hack for Game Boy Sega Genesis on here? The new one, the Prequel Wars?
Oh, I don't think I got Prequel Wars loaded on there. You're talking about Mega Man, right?
Yeah. But all right, let's go. So I need to go to Open FPGA,
Yeah.
Console, NES, Run. And then you got Blaster Master here. But where
Should have. So is there a directory for ROM hacks? Go to the top there. Maybe I can't see what you're doing very well.
Okay, I see randomizers, ROM hacks.
Yeah, randomizers with ROM hacks. So go in there.
You have Blaster Master and Dragon Warrior. Okay. Which
So
one?
those are the.
Which one did you recommend?
I mean,
Metafight Alpha. Is that just the Japanese version?
no, I think that one brings in some sprites from Blaster Master Zero. Do Blaster Master Pimp My Ride or something.
Pimp My Ride. Pimp Your Ride. Okay. I'll see if I can play it like closer to the screen here. It's kind of holding it weird, but
So I mean, this is a pretty thorough ROM hack that's gonna
oh,
drop you off and give you a whole new layout for areas 1 and 2.
oh,
It also gives you. It reworks the gun so you don't lose gun power, but it takes like 50 or I think it's 30 gun power ups before you even get 1 gun level in this.
oh. But once it's upgraded, it's upgraded.
Yeah. And you should have the different screen modes on this too. So if you wanted to like switch the screen modes with the analog, and this does have save states on it, which is pretty cool for an FPGA. So if you hit the analog and button and up, it takes a second, but then it'll save your state.
Well, how do you load your state?
So hit the analog button and go to memories, and then you can go to load save state. Yeah.
I got all your stuff in here too.
Oh, you got my save states. So you can find my Pimp My Ride save states and start playing.
The button layout's a little bit different than what I'm used to here, but
I think you can switch it around if you want, if you go into settings. I was disappointed that they didn't change the layout of the dungeon, so you should recognize the layout of this dungeon. It is more worth it to go into these dungeons in this version, though, because you need to collect a lot of gun powers to level it up.
boom, boom. There's all my power-ups.
Did you try switching the screen mode?
Normal, TRT. It was on CRT Trinitron.
Oh, okay.
It must-
I guess maybe it copied my settings.
Daddy, I stubbed my toe.
Kim and I are streaming right now, just so you know. Oh, are you okay? Ouch.
They cut my skin and I have blood for it. Yeah, she got pretty good.
What were you doing?
I was walking back and forth from your bedroom to my bedroom to your. She was pacing, and then I walked right into the door.
Pretty cool.
All right. Well, I think you have a good sense for how this works. A lot of these cores are the cores that were initially built for Mister. I don't know if you know what Mister is. So
I'm kind of familiar. Yeah.
they've ported it to the Game Boy Pocket.
Let's quit. Let's try. Let's just boot up. Our cartridges, they're just plug and play, right?
Yep.
Let's try Tetris and see how just an original Game Boy cart works in here.
Got
Ooh.
the green screen. You can change that.
It's trying to look like a normal, like an old school Game Boy. Let's try. That's it. That's all of them.
Yeah, not a lot here for the original Game Boy.
Couldn't Game Boy Color kind of colorize these? They added some color, right? No. Hold on.
Maybe.
Hold on. I got a Game Boy Color right here.
Yeah, put it in there. You can see what it looks like.
Hold on. Let's take a second here and take a look about how it looks here, and then I'll pull out the cart and put it in this Game Boy Color. It's not going to be bright.
The Game Boy load screen sometimes takes a while. Oh, I don't think it's loading.
I think
up.
it froze. There we go. See if it has any kind of color to it.
No.
Nope.
There might have been a Tetris DX version that brought color into it. You could look. DX. Yeah, there is a Tetris DX version. So you should go onto the Pocket and try the DX version so you can see what it looks like. So if you go into like
Go to
Open FPGA and go to Game Boy
Color.
Color. You see, I don't know if I have the ROM. We'll see. If I don't have the ROM, you can go get it later.
Would it be
but
under these
it would probably be
Game
under
Boy DX hacks? Top 100,
no,
100
it would
game.
probably be in the top 100. I never really got an extensive library of Game Boy games. If it's not listed here, then it's they might just list the original Tetris ROM on this.
I'm sure I have it in my set of ROMs too.
Yeah.
Where's Tetris? Tetris should be like the #1 Game Boy game.
It probably is.
Should be. What?
It's not #1. It should be in the top 5. Is it not? I'm gonna pull mine up here.
It's not.
I actually got that. I just downloaded that curated list on off of like a Reddit thread and threw it on there. Top 100.
I still have the plastic on mine. I'm gonna leave it on for a little bit. You can tell that this is kind of like a purplish color, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't see it in here. Let's see.
That's so crazy that Tetris wouldn't be on that list. I'm looking right now too, and I don't see it.
Is this Metroid 2 ROM hack any good?
It's the DX one, right? I only played it for a minute. Adds color and stuff to it, so I mean, it looks good.
I was playing this a little bit on my Game Boy Advance last night. It's
What do you think? Do you think does it look a lot better?
Yeah, I mean, there's color, but everything else seems to be about the same. This game takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
I killed 2 Metroids, huh? But the thing is about this game is there's no map. At least there's no map in this.
Yeah, no, there's not. I remember getting lost in this game.
Yeah, I like last night I was running around and I'm like, where do I go? Because after playing, Super Metroid kind of recently, at least they give you a map and you can run around with that and kind of know about where you are. But
It's pretty huge to have a map in these games. I wish Blaster Master would have had a map.
yeah. Clark and I were thinking about maybe doing this game for one of our podcasts here recently. It's going to be your choice, though. Have you decided what you're going to do?
No, it's gonna probably be this game or Final Fantasy Adventure.
Final Fantasy Adventure was a big one for us. I remember playing that a lot on road trips. About, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, that the Mana Collection or whatever came.
Yeah, I actually have that. I have the Switch Mana.
I got it on Switch too, and I was playing through the Game Boy version, but then my Switch started doing weird things, like the SD card for my Switch wasn't working, so it was hard to play my downloaded games.
Oh.
It would.
Does it have a problem with? It doesn't have a problem with reading cards, does it?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Get it.
Don't get me. I'm almost dead.
Ooh, that was close. They usually give you like some sort of health refill after this, right?
Yeah. I think that's the initial one that you're supposed to find, and now there's some sort of earthquake. That's probably just
that was
open
up new areas.
There's things.
And those refill your health and missiles, right?
Yeah. Maybe I'll just get to a point where there's like a save here pretty soon, if I remember right. I'll get to that point and I'll save it. Do you remember playing this up at the cabin and getting to the end part?
Oh yeah, a lot of good memories playing this game. I think this was the first Metroid game that I got into because I
We watched
didn't play
other
the
people
original.
play the other one a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember watching Greg play through Metroid 1.
Yeah, we would play this at our cabin, but I would also remember playing in the back of the truck. You remember how we used to
Yeah.
go 3 hours in the back of the truck all the way up to Bear Lake?
Well, when we originally got our Game Boys, we got a couple games. We had the Tetris, we had this game called Altered Space, and we had this one. So I think Santa picked one really good game. That was this one.
Well, Tetris was good.
Yeah, well, it came with the Game Boy. Okay, here's a save spot. All right.
Sweet.
Well, what are your thoughts, Clark?
I mean, it looks cool. I want to hold it, so bring it with you to the
I will.
convention.